diversification is actually keeping you poor. When you really think about it, there's multiple types of forms of diversification. There's diversification of money allocation, of where you put money into the stock market for long-term investing, you put money into you trying to perform another business, you put money into learning a new skill, so on and so forth. There's another type of diversification when it comes to diversification of allocation of time, period, right? Being that you are splitting your time against multiple different things that you want to do, whether it be professionally with all the things I mentioned, personally with your personal relationships and things you want to do, the to-do list that you need to do, maybe around the house that you need to clean up, fix things up, improve things, so on and so forth. There's so many different types of diversification. But on the first part, when it comes to money, that's the worst one. Because think about it. 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, which means every dollar in, there's a dollar out, and nothing changes month to month to month. Some people make only $1,000, and then all the $1,000 is gone. Some people make $15,000, and all $15,000 is gone literally the same exact month. So it doesn't matter. But from a diversification perspective, you're not ready to diversify because your skill that you're trying to acquire, say in this example of day trading, and then maybe doing a little bit of long-term investing into the S&P 500 because you feel like annualized return-wise, you should get an average of 7%, even though that's not the case recently, but 7% of a return, you think that'd be great to do. But here's the problem. From a diversification perspective, you're diversifying your time to learn day trading when your time should be focused on acquiring more money, period, because you don't have enough money to actually do any other investing. So since you're so mentally tied up of how much little money you have currently, you're messing up the potential actual ability to have diversification work since you have such little time to allocate to making the other one work. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comment section below if that makes sense. So technically speaking, diversification is keeping you poor because it's not allowing you to focus on growing your income base so that you can make diversification work, because in all fairness, diversification is for anyone that makes $90,000 on average and higher, but they don't live paycheck to paycheck. If you live paycheck to paycheck and you're looking up videos about investments and so on and so forth, click off the videos. It's not time for you now, because again, I just don't want you to lose the money because you're so emotionally tied to every dollar, because every dollar matters so much, because you're poor. Let's keep it honest here. Basically, from a class perspective, no, you're not lower class, maybe from that perspective, but you might as well be from a profit perspective. Revenue wise, you're not, but from a profit perspective, you basically are. So keep it 100% true and honest to yourself. If you're not making any money, you're not middle class just because you make 50 grand. You're actually in poverty. So since you're in poverty, what does that mean? That means stop diversifying your assets to make more money for you because you don't make any money. Stop diversifying your time because you feel like if you do this and you do this, and if you do, I don't know, your personal job, and you also do day trading, and you want to start a cooking business, and you want to start an Amazon business where you can buy and flip things on Amazon, and you want to do this business and that business and two other things, I'm telling you, you're failing because the time allocation with the money allocation doesn't make any sense. Focus on having one skill first, make a lot of money with that skill, and then later on, join the other people to say, you know what, I can diversify everything or anything I want because I'm ready now, because I'm no longer in poverty from a profit perspective to your bank account, and your bank account's growing. I would much rather have a large bank account to where I would feel comfortable with then doing diversification of anything, rather than having no bank account or a very small amount of bank account and then trying to do diversification because I need it to work. If I have a large bank account and if it works, great, and if it doesn't work, great, I'm in a much better position. So again, diversification's not for everyone. 60% of people are paycheck to paycheck, dollar in, dollar out, and you need to actually identify your situation, double check all your expenses, and 100% identify, is this the right time for you to trade or not? But because again, 60% of people, almost 6 in every 10 people are not time. It's not time for them.